welcome back to 24 Days of Comfort, video every day where we chill, we hang out, we slow down. Make sure that you're cozy and comfortable. Get seated, find a nice chair, take a deep breath in and out. Make sure that you have unclenched your jaw, all the things, and put your phone on do not disturb. Whatever else you need right now, it's your you time as well as it is my me time. God, it's early. It's actually 9. Yeah, it's 9:03. It's Saturday. Yesterday I said that I wasn't going to work this weekend, and I'm trying not to do that. This is kind of a gray area because I'm vlogging, but I'm going to count it as not working because it's more of a hobby thing. I'm drinking a tea from the Puka tea calendar, and I actually am drinking day 14 because day 13 is a tea that I can't have, which I'm kind of sad about, but it's licorice and cinnamon, and I currently can't really have cinnamon. I would have tried a sip, but it's the morning and I'm a little bit anxious, so I don't want to try things that I'm not comfortable with. So I settled for 14, which is love. And this is a heartwarming touch of rose, chamomile, and lavender. I'm very excited about this one. I actually just brushed my teeth, so maybe I'll wait. I'm gonna do my makeup, and then I'm going to pick up my friend, and we're gonna go to the thrift store, like I said yesterday. I don't have a lot of specific things on my list that I would want. I am open to finding clothes, especially knitted sweaters or a wool coat. I have one, but it's actually kind of too big, and I have had it for I think 5 years now, maybe longer. I also thrifted it, but it's oversized in the way where it just makes my shoulders really broad, and every time I wear it I'm very self-conscious. And it's fine if I can't find anything else, you know, I'll wear this till it falls apart. But if something crosses my path, then I'm open-minded. Other than that, I am going to be looking for jewelry for my keychain making obsession and some storage containers for it. Maybe they have some organizing things. That would be really nice. And then I'm also, of course, going to be looking at all the knickknacks. And depending on what my friend wants, I'm going to help her find what she wants. Maybe some CDs for my car. That would be fun too. I spent yesterday evening watching 2 Christmas movies with my family. We've really been loving doing that. It's kind of a little tradition. Me and my mom and dad, when we have dinner, we'll eat dinner on the couch and then put on a Christmas movie. Yesterday we watched My Secret Santa. The male main character is that actor from New Amsterdam, that doctor. And I thought it was funny. It was a very like, I haven't seen this before type of concept. It had a lot of, you know, little cliche plots, but it's in a fun way. And I thought that it was pretty unique for a Christmas movie, so I would recommend that. What else did we watch? Christmas Heist or something like that, with the actor from Sex Education. The one who had all the aggression issues. I'm really sorry, I don't remember the characters from that show, but Adam. I think his name was Adam. I also finished watching Stranger Things, and I'm rewatching the show now. I watched the final episode so far, you know, of season 5, the day before yesterday or something. And then yesterday I watched 2 episodes of season 1 again. I'm not going to be able to get through it in time, so I actually don't know what I'm gonna do about it. But it's been nice to revisit it and kind of relive, to recount the story. And I'm very, very excited to see the finale. It's such a good show. And it's insane to me that it's been like 9 or 10 years and it's been half of those children's lives. And they've grown up with that show. I can't even imagine what that experience must have been like for them. So I've been really loving that. And yeah, it was just a really cozy evening. Every time I do contour, I'm always afraid that it's gonna look like I have shit on my face. It's my nightmare. I rarely put makeup on my forehead because I have bangs. So I don't really know why I'm doing it now. Because I'm getting all these tiny bumps on my forehead because it's covered by the bangs, so it's a lot more grease there, so I get just those little bumps. I don't know what it's called, talkbiltjes, I don't know, which has been great. But then I try not to put makeup on it, and now I did. So something I also did yesterday that I will show you in a minute is that I started in my Little Joy's coloring book from Anna Laura Art. If you don't know Anna Laura Sullivan, I think her name is, it's right here in front of me. She makes such lovely watercolor art prints, and she puts them on her Instagram, and they're always about positive little things, little reminders, mindfulness. I love it. She came out with a coloring book with her art, and I think that that's such a lovely idea, and I'd been wanting to buy a print off her to support her. And then I saw that the coloring book was coming out, so I got that one because I'd also been looking for a coloring book. So I was like, two birds, one stone. I actually have her prints in my journal, a couple. So in my reading journal, the opening page is glitter paper with her print. This is adorable. And I drew some in my other journal. This is my like journal. Let's see if I can show you without exposing all my secrets. But I drew them from a picture. Aren't they cute? This is my dream life. I'm a fan. And then I got her coloring book, and I'll show you in a bit. First I need to put powder under my eyes before it starts creasing. So I got a new one, guys. I finally got the new powder. But it's a translucent one, and I didn't have that before. But on the website it said fair to neutral. I was like, okay, yeah, that's probably the same shade that I have right now. And it's a translucent shade. But maybe next time I should just read the site a little better. I wasn't planning on it, but I kind of went mute for the rest of that get ready with me part. But now I can show you the coloring book. This is it, and it's the inside, and her foreword is, "Dear friend, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I make a list of things I'm grateful for, starting with I'm alive. It might not seem that important, but it has the power to change a life. Can you believe it? All it takes to receive blessings is to notice them. This is a small collection of endless noticing." Coloring is more than a mindless activity. It's a form of rest and reconnection, playful, light-hearted peace. No guilt, worries, or shame, just color. Let yourself enjoy how good it feels to just be. Thank you for being here, for slowing down. The healing of the world starts with the healing of you, love. Anna Sullivan, Anna Laura. So, this just has a bunch of very, very sweet coloring book pages, not to spoil everything, but I really like these, and I started with the first one, and that's this. And I'm trying to learn how to use my Ohuhu markers. So I wanted, this is like a smelling spring on the breeze, and this is the breeze, and I wanted the clouds or the breeze to kind of fade out the tree in the background, make it a little bit more foggy. I was kind of struggling with that, but it's really fun to learn how to use them and to kind of practice letting go of perfectionism and the need to be productive all the time. I noticed that as I was coloring, as I was starting out, I was kind of like, this is pathetic. This is all not true, okay? But that's the critic in my head, and I'm working on that. But it was saying things like, this is very useless. This is kind of pathetic. Blah, 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 blah. And as I went along, I was just enjoying the process because I love coloring. I've always loved it. As a kid, I loved drawing, making art, painting. You've seen my craft drawer. It didn't pop up out of nowhere. But I kind of lost a little bit of that spark because I've been getting stuck in needing to be productive and ahead for my future and worry about finance a lot and blah, blah, blah. So this is a really good act of rebellion against that little voice in my head. And it's been really fun, and I'm really happy with it. And I opened it this morning to see what I made because I made it last night, and I was like, oh, it's so cute and colorful. It's so fun. I also really am excited to color this one. Yeah, I love this one so much. So maybe I'll do a color with me as well if you're interested. Let me know. But yeah, they're just cute. I love to support, and I'm loving doing something for myself again. When I just had fallen into my burnout, I started doing a Wreck This Journal. And a Wreck This Journal is a concept by Carrie Smith, I believe. And it's a journal with a bunch of prompts, but it's like, throw the journal out a window, collect dirt, blah, 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 log something here. And it's like a grid and you can log things. So I did like nail polishes and stuff. It's meant to get beaten up, to let go of perfectionism. And I got one because I had one when I was 14 or something, or 15, with my best friend. And then now I was at home and I had nothing to do, and I was also struggling with this same thing. and I got that journal, and it really helped me to let go and to just be creative, and also not looking up references or examples and just making what you want to make. I mean, I did find inspiration online sometimes, but it's nice to just let it come from you instead of it being the best thing that you could make or it being the most creative thing, whatever. It's funny because it does seem like a very automatic, natural thing for me to do when I feel like I get lost in self-criticizing and perfectionism, that I gravitate towards making art and painting and coloring and things like that, because I feel like the same thing is kind of happening where I'm like, I really need something for me, I'll get a coloring book. And last time it was, I really need something creative for me, I'll get that journal. And I had that same wreck this journal when I was dealing with heart issues and a teenager, and I'm always grabbing journals and art and painting things when I feel down. I'm just realizing things today. But it's really nice. It's good to connect to your inner child, you know, the things that you enjoyed as a kid. And for me, that was definitely always drawing, also singing and acting and things like that. But that's for another day. I think I talked about this as well in another video about going at your own pace. I believe that was the video where I talked about how, or no, the keychain making. In the keychain making video, I talked about how I also get this feeling sometimes when I'm doing a hobby thing, something creative. I'm like, how can I turn this into a job? How can I make this productive? I get lost in that thought sometimes, and that's also just me worrying a lot about financial situation. And I mean, it makes sense that it's on my mind a lot, but it's also limiting in creativity and just joy if that becomes the main thing. So I think it's partly the consequence of having a creative brain. Is like, how can I turn this into something and do something with this, and wanting to be an artist or something, wanting to live a creative life and follow all those little pathways. And at the same time, it's also based in stress and future anxiety, probably, which is a natural thing to feel, but it's yeah, there's a lot going on up here, so that's great. Which is, circling back, why I love coloring and just doing something for me. So I noticed that it took me a while to get into, but after that it's been really nice. Let's get dressed. I wore this in my previous vloggy, like my morning routine, I think, but this is a top from ASOS. I got it last year. It was on the expensive side, but it's so comfortable, good quality. I like the sleeves so much. I wear it all the time. These jeans are from Weekday. They are the ample low-rise jeans, and I really like the wash on these. My socks are Adidas and they match, and that's not intentional. I think I will wear my Dr. Martens Mary Janes with this, or the cowboy boots depending on the coat I'm wearing, or my fake Uggs because they're just comfortable. I'm wearing gold jewelry today. This is a bracelet that my aunt made me. This is a bracelet from Vinted. I got all this jewelry from Vinted as well. Earrings, I think also Vinted, and then I don't remember. And then a black Weekday top underneath because it's chilly. So yeah. That's the check.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our two outlines. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see.
Whew. Okay, I made it home. I had such a fun morning. We had a really good time. We went to the thrift store, as you saw, and we had a pastry and a nice warm drink, and we talked and laughed, and then we went to look around. And before I take a nap, because I came home overstimulated and tired, just had lunch, hung my things in the Christmas tree. If you're watching, this is much later in the month, but I'm pre-filming, remember? So it's Christmas tree time. But yeah, we had a look around and it was very successful. I wanted to get things for my crafts. So I got a couple of necklaces. I really like these beads, especially these teardrop color ones. So I'm gonna detangle this and then use all the beads. I also got this one, which just has a couple, but I think that it'll be really, really pretty. Then I got this one, mostly just for the star and for this thing, but I think that the ring could be cute as well. This was $1.50. The other one was €1. This one was $2.95. And then this one had a lot of beads, and this is $3.50. I'm starting to think that thrifting beads is maybe a little bit more expensive than buying these in bulk, but you do get these unique ones as well, you know? In every necklace there's something unique and special, but I'm just realizing this. Because this one was $3.50. I think I already said that. This one was $2.25. I think that this was already something like a bag charm, but I'm gonna make this into something for my friend who was with me, because this is definitely more her vibe. Thought that I could cut these loose and like make a nice bag charm out of it. We're gonna see. And then I bought a top, paid a little bit too much for it, and she didn't take the security tag off. I'm just seeing. This brings me to my story. The girl at the cash register was her first day. This is the thrift store that I used to volunteer at, so I really love the people there. This girl was her first day behind the register, and I got this top that you saw in the earlier clip, I think, but it has something on the shoulder that I need to fix, and on the back I need to cut off some of these things. So I was like, you know, this thing is a little damaged, can I get a discount? And she was like, oh, I'll have to walk all the way to the back and it will have to get repriced. And I know that that is not how it works, because you can just give your discount yourself if you're at the cash register, but it was her first day, so I don't think that she knew that. And I was like, all right, also you should have just walked to the back because I'm a customer. But okay, you know, it's her first day, there's a line behind me, it's fine. I love supporting the thrift store, so I really don't mind paying too much for them because I just really support the place. But then I was like, could you then maybe give me the volunteer discount, because I used to volunteer here and then we have it settled with paying less for this product. And she was like, I don't know how that works. And then she didn't ask her coworker. And I was a little flabbergasted, so I didn't ask as well for her, like, can you just ask your coworker, because she's right there. And I should have stood up for myself, and I didn't, and that's my bad, because now it's costing me more money than it should have. Fucking people pleaser. But also, the security tag is still on. I might have to go back at some point, or I need to see if I can take this off myself. Okay, well, I'm gonna figure that out. But this is a top. And then I also saw this. It was an English paperback copy of Norwegian Wood by Murakami, and I've heard controversial things about it. It was €3, so I got it. Okay, now I am definitely overstimulated, tired, and I want to lay down, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I will check in with you later. I did not end up resting that much. I actually went to the local hardware store. I got this organizer for my jewelry stuff, which I've been looking for, and it's really nice because it's customizable, so you can make these bigger and smaller. And I also got 2 of these because I've been borrowing my dad's and I know that he's a little bit precious about his stuff, so I was feeling bad for using them. So I got this tiny one, it's like a cutter. This one is tweezers, and I feel like they're round and small enough that I can work with rings as well as clamps. That's nice. And I got new notebooks for my journal for work notes and gratitude log. I haven't decided which one's gonna be which, but yippee! So I'm very happy with that as well. Now I do need to take a nap because I didn't do that earlier. Oops. I thought that this was gonna be a really short overlay little montagey clip, but this necklace is endlessly long and it's taking a lot of concentration to get all the beads into my organizer because I just feel like they're gonna fly all over the place if I don't keep an eye on them. I am really happy though with this one because if you've seen my keychain making video, I had these types of beads. They're very like pearlescent, but the shapes are a bit funky. It's almost like triangle-ish shapes. And this necklace has those same ones in a bit of a different shade, but it's the same type of bead and I'm really excited about it. And this had a lot of little black beads and now the white beads, so I feel like I'm covered with basics, you know? And I'm really happy about that. But I've just been cutting this cord as I get further along because it's just too much to get it into the container. But I'll show you afterwards what it's looking like because I'm very content with the process, with the progress that I've made. And it's looking really nice and it's making me really excited to make more. I really didn't think that I would enjoy this as much, but I keep thinking about bag charms and keychains that I want to make, which is ridiculous. But I think that I'm gonna make a couple of Christmas gifts for friends or a birthday gift. I think this is a really cute handmade thing to give that doesn't take up too much time, which is nice. I've also been thinking about crocheting a lot. I think I want to make a scarf. So my mom has a yarn store and she keeps a lot of things at the house. And so basically you need to imagine that there's a room in the house with kind of an endless supply of yarn. And I think that there are people who would die for that, but I'm not super craftsy in that way. Like, it's just that I don't have a lot of skill yet, and I always lose my patience a little because what I would want to make is sweaters, but that's a lot of work and a lot of time, and I don't know. I made a lot of hats 2 years ago. I was really big on crocheting, made a lot of hats, gave it to friends, etc., but it kind of stayed there and I would like to continue. And what I wanted to say, my mom recently picked up like 16 boxes of yarn from someone who was closing their store. She got a discount and it's pretty good yarn, and there's a really fun one that she gave to me that I would really like to use to make a scarf. Probably a bit of a thinner scarf, like not too wide. I think that would be really cute, and that'll be a fun December project as well. Now I need to work with this, but I think I'm gonna use scissors and just untie this because it's just a bunch of knots and beads. And I'll also need normal scissors for this little thing, and then I'll be done. But this is what it's looking like. Ta-da! We've got wooden beads, the pink ones. This I already had. This is a price tag. Oh god. This is all the black beads from that necklace. Like, this thing is pretty deep. My whole nail is in there. This is a lot of beads. And then this is the white, and I still need to pick out all of these and organize them here. This is also from the thrifted necklace. And then here I have that one that I'm gonna make something for my friend. And then here I have little accessory beads, if you will, like more statement things. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. So if you ever wonder what I'm up to on a Saturday night, it's this. I'm in my room and I'm watching YouTube videos and I'm crafting. It's either this or reading a book or crying. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna continue this and I'll check in with you later.